Today, Bubs and I are in the Garden of England to interview Bethnal Green's finest, Rita Maria Crudgington, better known as Cheryl Baker from the iconic 80s pop group Bucks Fizz. Over the years, Bucks Fizz, or The Fizz as they're now known, have sold over 15 million records and have had 20 hit singles, with the Eurovision winning classic Making Your Mind Up reaching #1 in 9 countries across the globe. Cheryl is a national treasure, with her work spanning from performing live with The Fizz to presenting TV and radio shows such as Record Breakers alongside the legendary Roy Castle, to being a complete boffin and winning nearly every celebrity quiz show she's ever appeared on. Cheryl has been a mainstay on our screens and across all forms of media for 40 plus years, and she's genuinely one of the nicest and most down-to-earth people I've ever met. We're sending huge love and thanks to everyone who sent in questions for her to answer. You're all very, very much appreciated. So let's head inside now and get them answered for you. My name is Misha Bryan, and this is Stage and Screen.
3, 2, 1, let's go!
Cheryl, thanks so much for having us.
That's all right, that's all right.
We keep going to lovely places, don't we, Bubs?
Yeah.
Cheryl's lovely living room here, all with mood lighting and such. It's very nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
And how are you? How are you today?
I'm all right. I've got this weird cough that's been going on for months, literally months, and the doctor seems to think now that it's asthma. So if I cough, I don't think I'm spreading germs. I think I'm just suffering from asthma.
Oh, no.
They're going to do tests and things on me, so...
Yeah. I mean, how do you think that might affect your singing going forward?
Well, I've tried singing, and actually it's not great because I can't hold notes on. So I am struggling a bit.
Yeah.
So I might even... They've given me a pump and everything, and I might even have to say to them, I can't use this because it's, you know, that's affecting me as well. I've read somewhere that it can affect your voice.
Right.
Using these pumps.
Because it's got the steroid and everything in it, right?
I feel like, well, doctor.
Tell me about it. Yeah, I mean, hopefully, gosh, it might be one of those things where you do, I don't know, lung capacity exercises and breathing in and holding and, you know, and those kind of
I probably
things.
need to do all that stuff because I can't breathe in deeply at the moment. So it is a problem.
Oh, right,
It is a problem, yeah.
Well,
Never
I hope
mind.
you get over it soon.
I know. I mean, as a singer...
I know. You kind of need breath, don't you?
You do.
And
yeah,
air and things.
it comes in handy.
Absolutely. But aside from that, are you all right?
I'm fine.
All
Absolutely
good.
fine.
I'm glad, I'm glad. Thank you for my tea. It's
That's
really
all right.
delicious.
I mean, my girls, my daughters have weird tea, and I just have tea, builder's tea.
Right, yeah.
So, but decaf, I have decaf. But yeah, so I knew that I had unusual tea in the cupboard.
And I've gone for the sleep one, but I'm not going to fall asleep mid-interview because obviously you're far too interesting, far too interesting. So here we are to talk about you and your incredible career. So it's been 40 plus years in the
50.
business. It's 50.
Yes, the first time I stood on stage and got paid for it, it was 1975.
And how old were you and what were you doing?
I was 21. And it was the band called Mother's Pride. And yes, we did earn a crust and all the jokes that used to come out then. We changed our name to Coco, so I was with them for 5 years, and I remember that first gig, it was in somewhere like Bolton. It was in the northwest somewhere. Oldham, I don't know where, maybe. Anyway, I stood on that stage and I thought, I'm getting paid for this, but I would pay. I would pay to be here now. It was the most exciting day of my life, honestly. And I think at that time, I was probably earning 30 quid a week or something ridiculous, you know. But I just thought it was wonderful.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah. And so with Coco, how was that getting the group together? What was the process in you guys in Mother's Pride getting together?
Right, so Mother's Pride was an established band, and they were, when I went for the audition, they were in summer season at the Opera House in Blackpool.
Oh, right.
With Freddie Starr.
Ah.
So somehow I passed the audition, and they said, well, you've got to come up to Blackpool to learn all the stuff, and they'd hired a house to stay in while they were up in the summer season. Summer seasons then as well were so long. Blackpool's always a really long season.
Right.
So I went up probably in the September. Stayed with them for 2 or 3 weeks before the first gig. And that first night, they said, come and see the show. So I went to the Opera House. I'd never been in such a big theatre, because it's a 3,000-seater. I'd never been in such a big theatre, and I was right at the back, and the show started with all of the cast coming on and doing this big number. And there was the second generation dancers, which were huge. They did TV and everything. They were a huge dance troupe. And a bit like Diversity are now, you know, that you knew if it was going to be a dance troupe on there that was of some kind of calibre, it was going to be the second generation, or as we called them, the 2Gs.
The 2Gs.
The 2Gs.
Right.
So they came on, and then a comedian came on, and then a singer came on, and Freddie Starr came on, and then this band, these 4 people came on in a really soft green suit. They all had trouser suits. Oh, a bit like this, actually, with sparkles down the leg. Right, and on the lapels, and I thought, they look amazing. And then they sang this harmony song, and that's me. Harmony is my bag, that's what I love. And I thought, I can't believe I'm going to join this group. I can't believe it. I was so excited.
I bet you were.
Excited and also very terrified, because I thought, I'd never done anything before. And so I just thought, how can I do this? I could never step on that stage. I could never sing to 3,000 people like they are, you know. So I was filled with dread and huge excitement as well. So
I bet
it was a bit
you
of a mix of emotions.
Yeah. So were you replacing somebody in the group? Were you being... Oh, OK.
Both the girls were leaving.
Ah.
There's that cough. And so I replaced one, and the girl who replaced the other was tiny, and she had really long dark hair. She looked a bit gothic. Right. And she had the most fantastic voice. But she was a bit weird.
Oh, too weird for the group.
Yeah. She was a bit weird. She didn't stay long.
Chemistry is so important, isn't it, within the group? Because you're going to be gigging together, touring together, all of that stuff.
Exactly.
You can't be odd. And then you bounced in.
Yeah. I was completely different from her.
Yeah. So you're saying that you hadn't done anything like that before, but had you always been singing around the house?
Yeah.
And your family quite musical and things like that as well, or?
Mum used to sing all the time. She used to sing to the 5 kids, us 5 kids. But she was one of 11, and 2 boys, 9 girls, and so she used to sing with them in pubs.
Oh, right.
So, and they used to sing harmony. So that was the thing for me. And my sister's 11 years older than me, and when I was 14, no, less than that actually, less than 14, maybe 11 or 12, I started to. She used to be a big fan of Buddy Holly and Elvis and the what are they called? The Everly Brothers.
Right.
And the Everly Brothers sang everything in harmony.
Got you.
And so I used to learn those songs and sing harmony to Sheila. It's good boy, good boy, Cuba, good boy. So so that's when I started singing harmony, and I just thought, how great that you can use your voice like a musical instrument, you know. And then we were on holiday in Laysdown, where we always used to go every single year. I was probably 13, and there was a talent competition. And Sheila said, let's enter. And I went, oh, Sheila, no, I'm scared. But anyway, we did enter, and we sang a Buddy Holly song, which was, I Guess It Doesn't Matter Anymore. Sang it in harmony, and we won.
Of course you did.
Do you want to know what the prize was?
Yeah, go on.
A tin of Mackerson each.
Mackerson? And you were like, what, 13? Those are the days when everyone's...
So it was a very highbrow competition, as you can tell by the prize. But yeah, so that was good though that we won. I mean, that was really exciting.
For sure, and they were just preparing you for the music industry. Because you're going to be drinking a lot.
What we did after that though, me and Sheila, my sister, I was 16. We joined an amateur operatic society. Oh, wow. So we used to alternate. We'd do a serious operetta, like The Merry Widow or Die Fledermaus or something like that. And then we would do a fun one, like The Boyfriend or Oklahoma, something like that.
OK.
And also what we used to do at Christmas was do a Christmas concert. And Sheila and I did Mary's Boy Child. We did, and the guy on the piano said, have you got your sheet music? And we went, no. So we sang it a cappella, and we had a standing ovation. Oh, and
wow.
that, for me, was probably the most excited I've ever been on stage singing. Probably more than winning the Eurovision. Just that one time when I was 16 years old, singing on a little stage in a church hall in South London and getting a standing ovation.
Oh, wow.
Honestly, my face was burning. It was the most wonderful moment.
I
the
bet
most
it
wonderful
was.
moment, yeah.
I was going to ask you what your most memorable memory from being on stage is, but now you've just told me already.
Well, yeah, obviously not being on stage as a professional, but on being on stage with my sister when I was, years before I was professional.
And it's nice to have had her as your support as well, isn't it? Because you said you were a bit nervous starting out, but she was like, "Come on, let's go on and do it." Did you two ever think about going professional together, or did Sheila not want to get into it professionally?
No, because she's that much older than me. She was married at the age of 19.
Right.
And when she was 19, I was 8. And then she had her children.
Right.
And, so she couldn't. Things were different then. She had a regular job and she loved singing. She used to sing with her husband. Her husband was a musician. He had a regular job. So they just did gigs in pubs at the weekend or something, and Sheila would get up and sing with him. He used to play trombone and sing. He was really good.
Trombone and sing?
Trombone, yeah. He didn't do both at the same time.
You're like, that's talent. We've both got the cough. Terrible. Oh, well, look at that. So I'm guessing, like, everybody would have been so proud of you when you started going off and doing all your bits, because you had, like 3 kind of bites at the cherry at getting to, like, Song for Europe and Eurovision, didn't you? So, was it 3?
I did Eurovision twice.
Yeah.
Song for Europe, first Song for Europe was in 1976, February 76. That was when we came second. So this was with Coco.
Mm-hmm.
And we came second to Brotherhood of Man. We lost by 2 points.
2 points.
Yeah. But listen, I'd been in the business, as I said to you, I started in October, and in February I'm at the Royal Albert Hall and come in second in the Song for Europe. Thank goodness we came second.
It's pretty good, isn't it?
But if I wasn't prepared. I wasn't ready for what could happen,
Right, yeah.
So I'm glad we came second.
OK.
And then, so that was 76. 77, I think I was involved somehow. I can't remember how. Maybe I was a backing singer. 77, maybe. When was... There was one year when the Nolan sisters did it, and they sang a song called "Harry My Honolulu Lover," and the song that went the tape, because it was all tape then, that went through that was all my vocals. It wasn't the Nolans, it was mine.
Really?
I did every single harmony, yeah, and the lead, yeah. Harry, he's my Honolulu Lover, yeah.
Is that a bit of trivia that no one really knows?
Possibly, probably actually.
The secrets.
Yeah. So the reason that they were on the Song for Europe was because they heard this song with all my vocals on. So I was really super proud of that. They didn't win though. They thought that it was a year when the BBC blacked it for whatever reason. There was a walkout or something with the technicians. Okay. So it just went out on the radio. But anyway, so involved then. And then 78, I did Song for Europe again and we won. And I did the Eurovision in Paris with Coco and we came 11th, which was the worst the UK had done at that time.
11th? That's pretty good.
I know. We got 11th now. We go, oh, we're doing really well. And then 79, I was involved somehow. I can't remember. Maybe that was the Nolan's one. And then 1980, I did it again. And we came last. We called ourselves the main event, and we came last.
Oh no!
It was a song called "Gonna Do My Best," and if you watch it, you can see it on YouTube.
Right.
If you watch it, there's a bit in the routine. There was a tiny routine that we all did, and I'm doing the exact opposite from everybody else.
Oh, are you?
But with such conviction, it looked like I was right and they were wrong.
Yeah. Wrong and strong. That's what they say, isn't it?
And then I left them. I left them at the exact right time because Bucks Fizz was, on the horizon.
Of course.
But I had no idea. It's funny, isn't it? They could fate or whatever you like, luck. But
I mean, meeting people as well and kind of just being a nice person in the industry helps you get opportunities, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, actually.
Who did you know that was kind of going, oh, do you want to be in this band and you want to do the vocals on this? And
right.
who's the catalyst?
The studio that Coco used was called Mayfair Sound, and it was in South Molton Street in London. And who else used to use it was a lady called Nicola Martin, and Nicola Martin was the one who put Bucks Fizz together. And the guys that ran Mayfair used to have, you know, little soirees, little parties or little get-togethers, always invited Coco and always invited Nicola Martin, so she knew me.
Right.
And I knew her, and I didn't particularly like her. I thought I was a bit scared of her.
Oh, right, okay.
And I still am, really.
After all this time.
Yeah. she's very powerful, and she's no-nonsense sort of woman. And very much a man's woman as well, in my opinion. So I was a bit scared of her. And so when she came into Mayfair, I rang Mayfair Sound and I said, look, I've left Coco. And I was a secretary before I was a singer, so I said I can type your invoices and your letters. I can answer your phones. I'm there if you want BVs for any song, you know. And I went, yeah, come in, we'll give you a job. So I went to work at Mayfair Sound, and in came Nicola Martin saying, "What are you doing here? You know, why aren't you with Coco?" And I said, "I've left." What do they call it? Serendipity.
Serendipity, yes.
Yeah. Weird, isn't it?
There you go.
Perfect timing.
It really was, yeah, for sure. It's funny because I was going to say, did you ever think about being like doing session vocals? Because, you know, you did the stuff for the Nolans. Did you ever think, oh, I could be a session singer? Or were you always going to be like, I'm definitely going to be an artist, I'm definitely going to be a turn? It's not like...
No, I liked doing... Do you remember, you're probably not old enough, the Swingle Singers?
No.
Right, so they were a group of singers that used to do lots of all harmony. They were featured on the radio all the time and on telly, you know, as the Swingle Singers. And look them up, because and I can't read music, but I've got a really good ear. And Terry, who was the kind of leader of Coco, his uncle was a musician and used to be involved with the Swingle Singers, and said, do you want to come along and do some vocals? And so I did do some vocals with them. And there was one girl who used to do all the high notes. She had long blonde hair, and I stood next to her just listened through to it once, and the next time I could sing it, and it was great. I loved it.
Yeah.
I love being part of a group of people who all sing harmony. I love being in a choir. I loved doing the amateur operatics, you know. I love a big vocal sound. In fact, if I listen to a big vocal sound, I usually end up crying because it moves me that much. Yeah.
Oh, wow. And I guess it brings back memories for you as well, because you're saying you sang harmony with your sister and your mum was singing and all of that stuff. And I guess because you were hearing harmony from such a young age, it just became innate, it just became part of you, didn't it? Yeah. Because some people are natural harmonisers and some aren't, and then some...
I find that really strange. I find it strange that people can't hear a harmony.
Right, yeah.
I really... Because it is absolutely natural for me.
That's it.
And I sing it all the time, and I automatically go to a harmony when I'm listening to a song, to the point where I remember once when I was very young, dancing with a bloke in a club, singing a harmony to the song, and he said, "You're singing the wrong line." And I went, I'm singing the right line, but not necessarily in the right order. No. I said, no, it's a harmony. And he went, "What's a harmony?" And I thought, isn't that weird? Isn't that strange? But no, that's my thing. I love it. And the beauty for me now is that I can sing with Kyla and Natalie, my children, the 31. And we sing in three-part harmony.
Nice.
Oh, it's so great.
Yeah.
It's so great.
When you get that lovely blend and it kind of just rings beautifully in your ear, it's just a nice thing, isn't it?
Oh, honestly.
So good.
Yeah.
Because you've been talking about Coco, I'm going to ask a little fan question because that came up. Paul Hollingsworth, hi Paul, thanks for the question, wants to know when you last saw anyone from Coco.
Oh, let me think. I think Queen Victoria was on the throne.
This Is Your Life was in black and white, right?
I haven't seen them for years and years and years. I saw a video of two of them last year or the year before. That was Terry and Keith. They were together, I think, with Terry's partner, and they were doing a country song. Terry's got white hair now and a beard.
Right.
Yeah, so I've only seen them in a video. I haven't seen them actually in the flesh, so to speak, for decades.
OK, got you.
Yeah.
So when you left, was it like, what are you leaving for? And were they really upset with you? Or was it like, oh, OK, it's just come to its end?
I don't know. I think it's come to a natural end. I don't even know if they carried on. I don't know if they replaced me.
Oh, right.
How weird is that? I don't know. Having spent so much time with them, and then to leave and not to see them again.
Yeah.
But then you do that. It's a job.
Yes. Yeah.
So
I totally
you do
get it.
that. You know, if you work at Sainsbury's, if you work in an office, you know, you leave, and it's unlikely that you're going to see those people again.
Yeah.
Because you've moved on, and that's, I think, how it was. I
Yeah.
just moved on.
There you go.
Yeah.
Cutthroat. I'm joking.
Well, maybe I am, though.
No,
It's weird.
No, because you just got really busy. Like, of course, you know, you were then like, oh, now I'm going to be in Bucks Fizz. So how was the audition for that? Did you audition for it, or was it like...
No, she knew me because she knew,
yeah.
and she knew that I could sing,
Yeah.
and she'd seen me. She knew I'd done the Eurovision. She knew that I'd been gigging with Coco for years, and so she rang. She rang and she spoke to my mum, and I was out, and my mum, when I came back home, my mum said, "Oh, you had a phone call, Ree. You know my real name's Rita.
Yeah.
You had a phone call, Ree. Someone called Nicola." I went, "Nicola? I mean, you know one, Nicola Martin. And I don't want to talk to her."
Yeah.
So I
Because she's scary.
didn't ring her back. And then she rang again, and I was out again. Same thing happened. And then I think it was New Year's Eve or New Year's Day or something, and there was a bloke that rang, and I was there this time, and it was Andy Hill, who wrote Making Your Mind Up. Andy Hill, at that time, was going out with Nicola. He was her boyfriend. And he said, "Oh, we've been trying to track you down, you know." And I said, "Oh, sorry, I forgot." And he said, "Do you want to be in the band?" So it was, I suppose I was auditioned, but I think that she had me in mind anyway.
Yeah.
I had to go along to her house, and Andy played Making Your Mind Up on the piano, a proper piano, not a keyboard, so it was just that plinky-plonky sound of a piano. And I thought, not very good, is it?
You're like, yeah, brilliant.
I thought, I'm not going to say no, because, you know, Mum and Dad can video it, and I'll be on the telly again, and then
Yeah.
I'll go back to working in Mayfair Sound.
Right. That's
Go
what
back
you
to being
thought.
Rita Crudgington, as I was then. Yeah. And yeah.
And then you never went back to working at Mayfair
I never did. I never did. No,
Did
funny
you,
that.
Did you quit at Mayfair Sound?
I did, but
and
they
then just cut them
understood.
off as well.
But we still used them. We still used them for our recordings. So we used to go there and do our recordings with them. So I still saw them.
That's so nice, isn't it? How cool from being the secretary to kind of, you know, to being there. Was it Martha Reeves? Was it like, did she have a story like that? Was it Martha Reeves who worked at Motown or something and then was like, oh, no, you're just really famous?
Well, how about the other one was Rick. Come on, Rick. From Never Gonna Give You Up.
Oh, Rick Astley?
Rick Astley. Because he was the tea boy at Stockhagen and Waterman.
So he was,
Yeah.
yes, so he was. How funny.
Yeah.
Thing is, being around is just, and also just being in the environment. It's like, even if you're singing or on the records or whatever, just being around kind
Yeah.
of the industry, it sometimes is enough for people. But putting yourself in the right position is excellent. I mean, the initiative you took to be like, I can type up all your stuff, I can be your secretary, this,
Yeah.
that, and the other. That's great, because some people would have just been like, well, you know, whatever, or just get it in a regular office.
Just go and get a regular job.
Yeah.
So the fact that I did that and worked for them at the time, you know, the perfect time when
Perfect.
Nicola was coming in to use it and saw me, you know, not with... It was all... Everything fell into place at exactly the right time. It was
For
uncanny.
sure. Yeah. And so from the phone call that Andy Hill, the phone call that you had with him,
Yeah.
To actually recording and meeting the rest of the members,
Yeah.
like what was the time frame on that?
Really quick. So from the phone call, I think they said, come along on the 5th, I think it was, of January.
Mm-hmm.
That's when he played the song, and that's when I first saw Mike Nolan.
Ah.
He was there for whatever reason, and he'd had a bath, and he was coming down the stairs, and he had a white fluffy towel just hanging on his hip, sort of thing, you know. And I thought, he's beautiful.
Some kind of Adonis coming down.
Honestly.
Oh, down the stairs, yeah.
I thought, he's lovely. And I was engaged to someone at the time.
Oh, right.
Was I? Oh, no, I wasn't engaged to someone. I had a boyfriend. I did get engaged to him. But I had a boyfriend at the time, and I thought,
You thought, actually.
I'm very attracted to this Mike Nolan bloke. Yeah.
Of course, he's a stunner.
And as it happened, we ended up being like brother and sister,
Yeah.
which was fantastic, and still are. Still gets on my nerves like a brother would.
That's it.
So I saw Mike, but then that was on the 5th. And on the 11th, we were all invited over to Nicola's. It was a Sunday. And we were in her lounge, front room, whatever. And she said, right, you four, you are Bucks Fizz. And we start work tomorrow. And, you know, and that was literally it.
Wow.
We'd never seen each other before. I'd only seen Mike and fallen in love with him instantly.
Yeah.
But I'd never seen Jay before, and I'd never seen Bobby before. And I thought, I wonder if I'm going to like them, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And it was weird. It was weird. But Mike and I hit it off immediately.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And started the most fantastic friendship. Bobby and I, he was all right. He was a very good singer. Mm-hmm. But he's a man's man, and women make the tea, you know, so...
Wow.
Yeah. So we never really hit it off. And Jay was 9 years younger than me, 7 years. 7 years younger than me. Mm-hmm. I was 27. When we first met, I was 26, and she was 19. So there's 7 years between us. Now, with her being 19 and me being 26, at that age, it's too vast a difference, you know?
Yeah.
Jay was just fresh out of school practically, and I'd been gigging for years by then, and 5 years, but a lot of gigs, and done the Eurovision and lots of telly, and had an album out and stuff, and so I had nothing in common with Jay. So really, Mike and I formed our little partnership, and it stayed like that throughout, really, until he left. Yeah. So I felt sorry for Jay and Bobby, really, and looking back, you know, it was a pity that the four of us didn't interact more, because we might have made a better friendship.
That's it, isn't it? Yeah, but I guess that's part of the thing of not coming up and having grown up together and formed a group. It's part of the thing of being manufactured, kind of, isn't it? Yeah. But at least there was somebody in the group that you got on, you know, that you really gelled
honestly,
with.
That would have been horrible if there'd been nobody. Yeah. But, yeah, we were just like naughty children, Mike and I.
He said... Didn't he, Boobs?
Did he? Did he say that? Yeah. We were naughty children.
But he said he would always get in trouble.
Yeah. So there was always a meeting. Yes. And the meeting was always about him or me. Yeah.
He was the ringleader. Yeah. It was the two of you.
Oh, no, both of us, yeah.
Right,
we were as bad as each other. And there was one day, as I say about Nicola, she scared me. I was always late. And sometimes I was purposely late because I knew it got up Bobby G's nose. So, which is really stupid of me, really childish of me. So, and he hated it. He hated that I was late. Right. And actually, looking back, it was really wrong of me. And I'm very rarely late now, very rarely. I was so naughty. And I had a phone call at 6 in the morning, woke me up. We were on tour, and I was in a hotel somewhere, and it was Nicola, and she went, she said, Cheryl, you're always late. You're always late on the bus, and it has to stop. You're the least valued member of this band, and the easiest to replace.
No.
So I had the threat. Now, I had a threat, but Bobby wanted me out of the band. It was she goes or I go.
Really?
Yeah. And they had a meeting without me, and Mike was at this meeting, and Nicola said, we're going to ask Cheryl to leave, and Mike said, fine, ask her to leave. I'm going too.
Mike. That's a friend right there.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Honestly. So that was what happened. Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
He didn't tell me at the time.
Mike didn't tell you?
No, not at the time. No.
Oh, bless
Funny,
him.
isn't it? So, yeah, so...
For you.
Yeah, so I owe him my career, really, because, you know, from there... I went on to be the television presenter and do all the thing. I'm talking to you now, probably just because of Mike's line saying, if she goes, I go. Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So then was Bobby weird about it after that? Because it was like, well, I wanted her out. Because was he almost trying to be like, you know, like I'm the most valuable and so I get the say and so, you know, because it's like, well, if he was so upset with you and was like, it's either her or me, and then he just stayed... Yeah, it's a bit odd, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a bit odd. I don't, because I wasn't involved and I just had the threat from Nicola. We didn't get on. We just didn't, and so life carried on. You know, I did make an effort to be early, or to be on time at least. But I couldn't say that he changed towards me or I changed towards him, because there was never any love lost
It
between
wasn't
us
good in
anyway.
the first place. Yeah, yeah.
No.
Isn't that strange? Do
Yeah.
you think? Do you think he wanted just full stop wanted somebody else to be in the group? Do you think he had someone on the back burner? It was like, well,
I
let's
don't know.
get
He
rid
may
of
have done. He may have done. But Mike was the most popular member of the band, and he was like, we had a fan club, and you know, I would say 80% of the fans were Mike's, and the other 20% was split between me, Bobby, and Jay. You know, so I think possibly Bobby might have been a bit envious of how popular Mike was. I don't know, and because he was my best buddy, you know.
He wanted to take something away from
Yeah.
Mike as well at the same
Yeah.
time, and just destroy his joy.
Yeah.
That's so interesting. But the thing is, though, when people think about Bucks Fizz and the Fizz, it's you and Mike first.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So
Yeah.
when you're saying, oh, like, you know, the rest of the 20% was split between the three of you, I'm thinking, no, probably not. You're way more popular than I reckon than you think that you are.
Maybe.
Because it's...
I don't know. But at the time, I was always the girl next door, and Jay was... I was the bubbly one.
Right.
And Jay was the raunchy one. And she was. I mean, on stage, she was fantastic, and she'd come up with these amazing ideas for, you know, what to wear. And she would wear bin liners, literally bin liners, and make them look fantastic.
Right.
And she was tiny. She was really tiny. She could fit into my body. That's how tiny she was.
Stop it. But did you like... Sorry, Chris, go on.
Well, no, that was it. Some people liked her for that, you know, for the way that her persona came across. And some people liked me for the way I was. And I was very chatty. I mean, whenever we were interviewed, generally I would be the chatty one. Mike and I, really.
Yeah.
And never... Jay and Bobby used to be really quiet.
Oh, right.
Yeah, in interviews and things. I think because I was so chatty is why I was asked to do a TV show in the first place.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, isn't it? Because your face is like ingrained into my mind, like, and you.
Poor thing.
Not at all. And I can see your face, and you're always smiling as well. There's never like, when I see you in my mind's eye, it's never like a grumpy face.
No, I'm a smiley person.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I am a smiley person. A bloke came up to me, you know. I was at a charity thing in a church, and he came up to me and he went, "I've been watching you." He said, "You're always smiling." And I said, "Yeah, I like smiling." And he said, "It's lovely." He said, "It gives off a good feeling." He said, or something like that, words to that effect. And I thought, oh, how nice.
Yeah.
How lovely that he made a point of coming over and telling me.
Well,
no, I am a smiley person.
Yeah, for sure. And the thing is that helps with your presenting as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You don't want some old grumpy old long-faced person on the telly, do you?
No, you don't.
No, you really don't.
So, yeah, I suppose that's one of the reasons why I got into TV presenting.
Yeah. But just back to the Fizz for a little bit. Do you miss Mike in the group?
In the group?
Yeah.
Oh, now, do I miss him? I miss him because he's fun. But for the last year, in fact, even longer, since lockdown, really, he was really unhappy.
Right.
He really had enough of the travelling. He didn't want to learn new stuff. In his head, he was, I'm leaving. It was just when, you know. And so I miss him because he's wonderful.
Yeah.
But I don't miss him because now we have two guys who are keen and want to learn stuff and want to do routines and, you know. I mean, I'd say to Mike, "You're singing the wrong words in that song." And he'd go, "I don't care."
Oh, gosh, really?
No. And he'll admit that. He'd fallen out of love.
Yeah.
You know. He was, in the early days of Bucks Fizz, he was so keen and he loved it, what we did. He loved it and lived it to the full. I mean, it was great being on the road with Mike. We did everything together, you know, played together afterwards, after the gig, and he looked after me. We would go to clubs and things, and he would never leave my side because, you know, and I loved him. I'd still love him.
Yeah.
But I think after the coach crash, everything changed. You know, Mike changed very much,
Yeah.
and he's never really been like he was before. But it's also, he's older, we're all older. And he's come to a time in his life when he wanted to move on. He wanted to sit down and make his own mind up where he was going, what he was doing. He didn't want to get on the train to come to me and then get in the car and drive to Bognor or drive to Minehead or Skegness or Blackpool or wherever the gigs are. And it takes forever to get there, you know. He'd had enough.
Yeah.
So in that respect, I'm glad he's gone. For his sake, I'm glad he's gone.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just wondering if it was weird for you in the beginning to kind of look over where he would normally be and be like, oh, he's not there.
There's things that we used to do on stage and we can't. In Making Your Mind Up, if you watch Making Your Mind Up when we did the Eurovision, we sing the first bit, the first verse or whatever it. I don't know if it's a verse or a chorus, whatever it is. Got to speed it up, that bit. And at the end of it, he looks at me and goes, here we go, right?
Oh, right.
And he's done that ever since.
Oh.
Every time we did Making Your Mind Up, he would go, here we go. And I'd look at him and, you know, every single time.
Oh, wow.
And so I really miss that.
Right, I bet.
I really miss it, you know?
Yeah.
And now I've started to say it myself, so...
Oh, right,
just because
okay.
it doesn't feel right that there's no here we go, you know?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. But the thing is, it's great that because you're still in touch, and so that's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I guess maybe not as much as before because everything's moved on and now you've got the new lineup and everything. Thank you so much for watching and listening. However you're consuming this podcast, please consider subscribing, liking and leaving us a 5-star review, as this helps us to reach a wider audience. Your support is very much appreciated. Now back to the show. But how is the new lineup? How are they getting on?
They're great. I mean, they're so keen. They're fantastic singers. And it's really good to have 4 voices again.
Yeah.
You know, to make the proper Bucks Fizz sound.
Yeah.
So I'm loving that. I'm loving it.
Yeah.
It's a shame that one of the lads lives so far away. He lives up in Halifax in Yorkshire.
Oh, right.
So, because it'd be great if we could get together more often and go over vocals and things. But anyway, they're fantastic.
Yeah.
They're fantastic, yeah.
Absolutely.
Been with us a year now.
It's not a year. Oh, my gosh, it went by so quickly, didn't it?
I know, it's flown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you had auditions for that as well, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did. And we were down to the last 6, actually. There were 6 of them. And just Matthew and Nick just outshone everybody.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. I was going to ask you if there were any other bands that you auditioned for before you got into Bucks Fizz that you didn't get into and you were like, oh, I wish I got to sing with them.
I never did, no. The only one that I did a proper audition for was Coco and then Bucks Fizz, that was it. But I did when I was 17, there was an advert in Melody Maker or the NME. I used to buy them both religiously, New Musical Express. And there was an advert saying that they were looking for girl singers to form a girl band, and I guess it was their working title. They called it The Intentions. So, so I went along with my sister to this audition, and I sang a dreadful song. I don't know why I chose it. Sunshine, lollipops and rainbows, everything.
Right.
I sang that. Anyway, I didn't get in. So that's the only audition that I went for that I can think of where I didn't get in.
Oh, okay. But then they probably didn't do anything
I don't know.
anyway,
Well,
did
no,
they?
exactly. I don't know if they did make anything of the Intentions.
The Intentions.
Yeah, I don't know if they formed a band or not. I don't know.
Right, okay. Interesting.
But I was 17, so I was very young.
Yeah, and it was fine.
Yeah.
And it's good, though, sometimes just going into a room with lots of different people and having a panel potentially looking at you, or maybe someone in the booth just, like, recording you or whatever. It's all experience, isn't it?
Oh, thinking of auditions, I have auditioned for shows that I haven't got.
Oh, right.
So I auditioned to be Mama Morton in Chicago.
Right.
And I went through, there was about 4 auditions that I did. And then I had to do it for the exec producer from America or something.
The Americans come, yes.
Yeah, so I didn't get that one.
Yeah.
And I didn't get, there was Taboo. Do you remember the Taboo musical? Didn't get that. Can't think of any others. So anyway, yeah, I've been turned down a few times. Doesn't really bother me.
No.
Not really.
It's one of those, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
What do they ever give you feedback when they're like, oh, or do they just go, oh, darling, we just went in another direction, which is what they love in musical theatre.
With Chicago, they said that the girl that I was replacing decided not to leave.
Right.
I don't know if that was true or not. So that was that one. Taboo, they wanted an American.
Oh. Why bother you then? Let you learn everything.
Yeah, I know. And Boy George was there as well, and he went, oh, Cheryl, you know, it's fine. But anyway, didn't get that one. I can't think of any others.
Yes, all right.
Footloose, I auditioned for Footloose and got the job. And when we were doing the rehearsals, I was panicking. I did get terribly nervous.
Right.
I was panicking, and I went up to the. It was 2 weeks before the show was going to open, and I went up to the director and I said, you need to find someone else to do this. I'm not good enough.
No,
And
really?
she said, her name's Karen Bruce. She said, Cheryl, you're perfect. She said, and I went, I'm not. I can't sing this song. I'm forgetting my lines. I can't do it. And she said, no, you're going to be great. Don't worry. And I did it for a year. I was
and you were totally fine.
Yeah.
It's mad,
I'm nervous
isn't
every
it?
night, though. Nervous every night. Walking up and down in the wings, going over my lines, and, you know, just going over my songs and everything. And I still do that now. I don't with Fizz, but I do with if I'm on my own doing stuff. I get so nervous.
But the thing is, you care, and it's that thing of you don't want to let the other cast members down. You don't want to let yourself down. You're
Yeah.
in front of people. It's live, you know, and all of that stuff. But if you didn't get nervous, then I'd be worried.
Yeah, yeah.
Because we wouldn't really be bothered, would you? How is it doing 8 shows a week, or do you not do 8 shows a week?
No, I did 8 shows a week.
Oh,
I did it.
good.
I hated it. I hated doing it. I loved being in the theatre. I loved being in the West End. That was amazing. Although, you know, 8 shows a week is a lot, you know.
Yeah.
And I used to go. It was 4:30. I'd look at the clock and I go, "Oh, Steve, I've got to go now. I've got to go work." And you know, as soon as the curtain came down at the end, one of the dancers lived near me. We'd run to the station so I could get home. There was one time when they brought the iron. What's it called? Is it called the iron?
Oh yeah, the curtain.
The curtain.
Yeah.
At half time, in the interval, and they couldn't get it back out again, and so the show was cancelled. And it was, I don't know what, 9 o'clock or something, and I ran to this train station. And I got home and Steve said, "What are you doing?" I went, "They couldn't get the iron out, you know, and come on, we're going to the pub." I just wanted to get out. It was a weekday, and you know, and I was never at home on a weekday because I was always in the theatre. Yeah. I said, "We've got." And he went, "Oh, Reed, you know, calm down." I went, "No, we're going out. We're going out. I don't care where we go. We're going out." So, and even on a Sunday, because we had Sundays off, and I said to Steve, "What should we do on Sunday?" And he thought, "Reed, it's your one day off. Just rest." I went, "Don't you understand? It's the only day I can do anything."
Yeah.
You know, so as much as I loved being in the West End and doing 8 shows a week, it also took its toll, especially after a year. And when they said, "We're moving theatre, we'd like to take the whole cast with us," I went, no. Time to go.
Yeah.
Time to go.
It's all encompassing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you've got a strong work ethic, and I think we're coming from the same place. Because I'm like, when I'm in a show, I'm in a show. I'm not messing about. I'm going to be there. I'm not going to be like, crying it off and just pretending to be sick and just being at home. It's like I'm going to give it 150%.
Yeah.
You know, and so it does become all encompassing, doesn't it? And it's almost like you kind of don't have a life for a little bit outside of it.
It's true. It's true.
But
and you have no social life
Yes.
at all. Like if there are parties going on a Saturday night, well, I'm not going to get there till 11 o'clock at the earliest, sort of thing, and that's when everyone's deciding to go home and everything. So it's I don't like. I won't do theatre because of that. It's got to be a show that I really want to do.
Yeah.
So I've turned down far more than I've accepted.
Right. And so you definitely wouldn't tour with one because that's even more... Because sometimes it's week to week to week in each venue, depending on how big the show is. So you probably wouldn't do...
Well, I have done, and I did some rep once as well.
Right.
Doing plays. That was hard because that's no singing, just all acting. I don't know. If it was an attractive show, if it was a show that I really love, like, I think Come From Away is one of the best shows I've ever seen in my life. I would definitely do that. Possibly Mamma Mia I might be interested in, you know. There's a few shows that, if I could say, I'll do it for 3 months and no more. But generally, they offer you a long contract, don't they?
Well, you can. You're Cheryl Baker. You can totally do that. You can say, I don't want to do matinees, and I'll do 3 months, and then we'll see.
Yeah.
You just got to go in there with diva, haven't you, Bubs? It's true. I reckon you could wangle that. People, let Cheryl do no matinees, please, and then 3 months, and then we'll see. Nisha says. I was going to ask actually about you doing straight acting. Is that something that you would like to do? Because you've been on telly as yourself,
Yeah.
and in the quiz shows and stuff like that, and obviously done the West End stuff, musicals. So was it weird for you not breaking out into song when you were doing the stage stuff?
It was. I did one called Dial M for Murder, which is it's like set in the 1950s, and I had to be terribly, terribly posh. I had to speak ever so nicely, and and dress in that kind of 1950s style, which I really loved, and be serious. There was no comedy in it whatsoever. I stabbed someone, with a pair of scissors.
Oh wow!
So when he was trying to kill me.
Oh, it's all right then.
Yeah.
Self-defense.
So I did enjoy it. I did, and I loved the cast. And funny enough, I volunteer at in a charity shop called Demelza. Demelza is a children's hospice,
right.
And I'm an ambassador. So I volunteer. I'll be volunteering there on Saturday as well. And I was doing last Saturday, and one of the cast from who did Dial M for Murder with me came in, and I went, oh, it was so nice. And I hadn't seen him since those days.
Right.
Like we were talking about early on, you work with these people and then you never see them again.
Yes, yeah.
And I hadn't seen Carl for decades.
Oh,
and there he was. It was really lovely to see him.
I bet.
We also did a couple of comedy shows together as well, but they were plays again.
Okay.
So, and that was fun. I did enjoy it, yeah. And I did one day on EastEnders.
Yes. Yeah.
And you were on EastEnders loads. So.
Yeah, well, we were on EastEnders like within months of each other, weren't we?
Yes, we were. I mean, that was so exciting for me.
I bet it was.
So, and to stand in the square and, and go into the Queen Vic. Oh,
that's
I
it,
loved
isn't it?
I loved it. And the director that particular day said to me, would you like to do EastEnders? And I went, oh, don't. I said, I'd be awful. And I thought, what am I doing? I'm just digging my own grave.
Yeah.
So they'd never asked me again.
Oh.
But I would love it. I'd love to be. I mean, I'm an East London girl.
There you go.
So I could maybe get a little flat in the square so that that's my London residence.
That would be brilliant.
And I could pop in there and, oh, Cheryl's back at, yeah.
You're
I could actually be
authentic.
me.
Yeah.
I could be Cheryl Baker living in Albert Square.
Here are the ideas, people. Write this down. No, it's so real, isn't it? You'd be perfect. Also, because when you learn things, I know this, that you learn things thoroughly and properly. So you'd be great on set. Like the script supervisor would love you, and I just think that you'd be brilliant. And because you're funny as well, your timing's going to be good. So I think even if it were something more straight, something more dramatic, or if it was something more comedic, you'd be brilliant and believable, and it would land really well. I think you should, here's me now, I think you should get an agent. Darren's always like, Misha, stop telling people what to do. But I'm an ideas person, Darren. I think you should get an agent. You'd be so good, so good. I reckon that is the next thing for you. So did you ever have any acting training or anything like that, or did you kind of just...
No, I didn't. I haven't trained in anything. I didn't train to sing either.
Right.
The only training I've had for singing was when I did Pop Star to Opera Star, and that was like 6 days a week. I had to go in and do training, yeah. And it's funny because it was in South London, and it was a Thai restaurant. And upstairs at the Thai restaurant, they had a spare room, and they put a grand piano in there, or maybe an upright, I don't know, and they put palms and fronds and hangy things off the wall, made it look like this beautifully decorated studio, when actually it was just a spare room above a Thai restaurant. Yeah. And so for lunch,
Brilliant.
they'd say, should I just pop down and get some pad thai? And we all had pad thai. Every day we'd have pad thai.
Oh, wow.
Which I do like.
Yeah, I love
But,
it.
but yeah, so the only proper training I ever had was singing, trying to sing anyway, opera.
Oh,
for Pop Star
wow.
to Opera Star. But no, I never trained to be an actor. No.
Okay. And how was that training in the classical stuff? Because the larynx, it's different, lower, there's like the tilt of the cricoid and all of that stuff going on. How was it trying
what?
to... Sorry. Because the larynx is moving up and down and then
Yeah.
it tilts itself
What's
as
the
well.
cricoid?
The larynx is in two parts, and the top part, because the larynx sits lower, because all of our pop stuff is kind of more sitting in a neutral kind of place, because
Yeah.
we've got more of that kind of... well, depending on where we sit, belty kind of thing, and it's more resonating here in the front of the mouth. Whereas the more classical people, it's got the more full kind of weepy sound, and that sound comes from here in the cricoid tilting forward.
Cricoid?
Yeah.
Right, I see.
Tilting forward,
I never knew that.
Yeah, and often the larynx is sitting slightly lower. So sometimes when people come to me for lessons, and they've come from the more classical operatic thing, it's that thing of trying to not neutralise it, but trying to bring the larynx into more of a kind of slightly higher position, because the tone is completely different for anyone who sings opera.
Yeah.
And it might resonate differently in the mask
Oh,
area,
it's
in the,
completely
in the
different.
cheekbones and up
Completely
here in the
different,
forehead
yeah.
and everything.
Yeah.
So how was that trying to sing in a kind of classical operatic way?
Hard.
Yeah.
Really hard. And it hurt as well. I mean, it was, it was just, it wasn't anything like, as you say, pop singers, it's when you listen to a pop song, it is very much here, isn't it? And shouty or it's weak, and, you know, I love Joni Mitchell, but the way she sings, I think she's got the most beautiful voice.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be her when I was young.
Oh, right.
And I did an album of Joni songs, actually.
You did?
So that's the kind of singing that I like, but I love Rod Stewart, and I mean, Rod Stewart's got a dreadful voice, really.
Whoa, yeah.
But I loved it. But so singing opera, or trying to sing opera, was really hard.
Yeah.
Really hard, and they were teaching me all these different ways, and as you're saying, you know, and singing from the stomach and resonating in your head and all this stuff. And I think actually, you know, I did the operetta, like I said, with songs like the Velia O Velia, and, you know, big songs that were from operettas, and singing all that harmony stuff and everything. I think that helped. I think the fact that I did that
Oh yeah,
gave me a bit of grounding.
Definitely.
So I had to audition for that, and what she said, going back to the auditions, that was an audition actually. What she said was, "Can you sing something for me?" I went, "Oh, okay." Oh. She said, "Sing Making Your Mind Up." So I sang Making Your Mind Up. Then she said, "Sing it in an operatic voice." So I sang in what I thought was an operatic voice, and she said, "Now take the mickey out of it. Sing it as if you were taking the mickey out of an opera singer."
Right.
And I went, "We got to speed it up," and, you know. And she went, "That's it. That's what you've got to do."
Yeah.
So that's how I got, you know, into Pop Star to Opera Star, and I loved it. Oh, the trouble was we had to sing in all the song, if they were written in Italian, if they were written in German, French, whatever, you had to sing in that language, and they didn't put the words on the auto cue. Which was, so you had to. I said, this is a singing thing. This is not a learn a foreign language thing. But anyway,
Wow, that's
so
mad.
there was one song that I did a show. I did. Was it from Die Fledermaus? It was no. It was Merry Widow. Merry Widow. It was da 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 la 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 do 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 do. Oh, what a blunder! Ha ha ha! Can you wonder? Ha ha ha! You're looking at me. You haven't heard it.
No, I don't know it.
It's called, I think it's called The Laughing Song. They were laughing, ha ha ha, laughing, ha 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 ha. Right, I know that because we did it in the operetta. I had to sing it in German. When I know it in English, I had to sing it in blimmin' German.
And then you got to work on your accent then as well, haven't you? And it's not just a singing thing.
Mein Herr Marquis, I can't remember what it was now, but anyway, anyway, I came second in that as well.
Oh, you did. So you're just a winner. You're a winner, Cheryl.
Well, I came second, but I didn't quite win. But
yeah, but you're on the podium.
I don't
that's
mind
fine.
being second. Second's fine. Second's nearly first.
Exactly. It's so interesting, the singing thing, and how your teacher was like, oh, sing it like you're taking the mick. It's like you've probably been doing all these different colours within your voice the whole time. Like if I was to say to you, you know, sing something like Santa, you know, or sing something like Barry White, you'd automatically, and then your larynx would just move to where it needs to move to.
Isn't that brilliant? Yeah. And isn't it brilliant that you can hear something and then you can sing it in the same key? Or do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
How does he know? How does your larynx know where to place that noise?
It's mad, isn't it?
It's fantastic.
It's really. It's such a gift, isn't it, to being able to sing and like, were you having such a good ear, plucking just like, the start note out of just thin air?
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Such a talent.
And you don't realise until someone else sings and you think, oh, now I know that I have something that they don't have.
Yeah.